Hey everyone, this is Paul McManus, and I'm here today with Shane Walls, the president of Advisor Bridge Asset Management. How are you doing, Shane?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And so the purpose of today's video is to talk more about how we can take our 401k money and start to make a lot happier returns with it. Shane, how do we do that?
Well, it's all about making the family happy, and the family is my clients, and we make families happy with tax strategy, but now we're figuring out a better way to do it with their qualified money being their 401k. So I've got a client in Austin who is a real estate developer, which is how I figured out how to do all this stuff. So when I sat down with him the first time, we were talking about tax strategies and how to help him eliminate a lot of tax on his returns that he's getting because they're very high. After I found out, we went into it and we were talking about, okay, he said, Shane, we need to set up a 401k with a profit sharing plan and add a couple of components to it. But he said, I want all my employees and my executives and myself to be able to invest back into our projects with our money that we put into the plan.
Yes.
He said, because I don't like those mutual fund things.
and why was that?
Well, because he said he'd lost a long time ago. This guy's been in this business for about almost 30 years. And a long time ago, he put some of his money that he had made on some of these projects into some mutual funds, and he lost a bunch of money, and he said, I don't like to lose money. But he was serious. He was like, I'm not used to losing money. He said, I don't lose money in real estate, blah, blah. So I was like going, interesting.
Right.
I'm listening, I'm thinking, okay, I want to find out about these projects,
Really?
So, yeah. So, it got really, I was like sitting there going, okay, maybe, I need to be a client of this guy's. Well, sure enough. So we got to talk about that. Well, I said, okay, look, I don't know how to do that, but I said, I think it can be done, but I don't know the rules, so we can't do anything until I figure some of this out. And he said, I've heard you can do it. He said, we've had, clients invest in some of our projects that had some of this type of money. And he said, I know it can be done. So I went back and started making a bunch of phone calls and figured out. So long story short, I figured out how to do it. And
nice.
I ended up meeting probably one of the best third-party administrators in the country that has been doing this for a long, long time. He knew all the rules. I was on the phone with him for hours and it just alleviated all the problems I thought could happen in the situation, because I always try to protect my clients and myself when you're doing stuff like this, because it's different, so got all the rules down, went back. So long story short, we were able to set their plan up, and all of a lot of their employees rolled their IRA or the other old 401k money into this plan so they could put more money into their projects. So they're now doing that. So my secondary, I came back and I said, okay, now my clients need to be aware of what they can do with their 401ks, so started going back to my client base, and especially the ones that have quite a bit of money in them, and said, hey, here's some options that you could do with your 401k where you guys can, get much better returns. And I'm talking about returns of 9 or 10% plus, and that's the kind of returns that they're paying on this money. Is it risky? I don't think it's any riskier than a mutual fund, to be honest. But it's real estate. It's it can be risky, but it's not. I just think if you got the right people in place that you're doing projects with, well, first of all, this is passive income. It's passive. You don't have to actually go out and do anything with these projects. These guys do everything. They need some equity investors involved in every deal that they do, every apartment or every condo that they build, or every hotel. So there's hotels, apartments, and condos that they actually construct, and that's where the money goes into. And it's something these have been around for a long time, but they're in the right markets. They know, even in the downturns, when how to make money. So,
and what's interesting is that, so you specialize in helping people here in Texas, and so all these projects, you said that they're in the Austin area. Is that correct?
Yeah, right now their particular projects are in Austin. I do have another. What I've done is I've figured out, I wanted a couple of different avenues with this, and I've got one of my best friends I grew up with has been in the hotel industry forever, wanting me to get invested. I just didn't know that you could get these types of returns. I really didn't know, and for a long time I didn't have enough money to put $100,000 into those kind of projects, but now I've got plenty of qualified money too. So we're putting all of our money into multiple projects as we speak. me and my wife. So it's one of those things where I put my money where my mouth is, and I know, I'm vetted these guys out. So we got guys that we can trust. My clients usually trust me. We round them up, put them in the car, and we drive up there. We sit down, and they get to meet the people. There's there's a ribbon cutting for every project. Everybody gets together. I mean, it's totally awesome because you just kind of build your family out further because they're happier. Because now we got something where we get better returns. We got more relationships that we have with guys, and it helps them, it helps us. It's a win-win for everyone.
This is fantastic. So for someone that wants to take that next step and look into putting their 401k money potentially into one of these projects, what's the next thing for them to do?
Well, they should contact me, and the best way to do that would be just go to our website. It's www.advisorbridgeinfo.com. That's advisor, ADVISOR, bridgeinfo.com. And it's got our number on there. You can also email me from there, and that's the best way to communicate or contact me, regarding these. And I can go into it in further detail to explain how you reconstruct your 401k to have a self-directing, avenue to do these kinds of projects.
Fantastic. Well, Shane, thank you so much for your time today, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.